Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about purine and pyrimidine metabolism. As we know, the purines are adenine and guanine, and the pyrimidines are cytosine, uracil, and thymine. So, first of all, HMP shunt, from the HMP shunt, there is the formation of the ribose 5-phosphate. On the ribose 5-phosphate, there is the action of the enzyme phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate synthase, and there is the generation of the molecule phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. So this phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate is the key element. The phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate is the key element for the production of the both purines and pyrimidines. So in this column I have described about the purine metabolism. Here I have discussed about the pyrimidine metabolism. So let's discuss further. So I was saying, from the HMP shunt there is generation of the ribose 5-phosphate, and by the action of the enzyme phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate synthase, there is generation of the PRPP, phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. So let us discuss about the purine metabolism first. So on the element phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, there is action of enzyme phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate aminotransferase. This enzyme helps in the formation of 5-phosphoribosyl amine. 5-phosphoribosyl amine. From the phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate and action of this PRPP aminotransferase, there is the formation of the 5-phosphoribosyl amine. And by the action of glycine, aspartate, glutamine, and tetrahydrofolate, there is formation of the inosine monophosphate, IMP. So from the IMP, GMP and AMP is formed. How it is formed? The amino from the glutamine forms the GMP, and amino from the aspartate acts on the IMP, forming the AMP. So this is how the GMP and AMP is formed. So there are various pharmacological drugs, and there is also the product inhibition in the purine metabolism. So I'll tell you the brief about the product inhibition. Let's discuss now. So in the purine metabolism, there is formation of the IMP, there is formation of the GMP, and there is formation of the AMP. Let us think this way. In the purine metabolism, if there is already excess formation of the IMP, GMP, and AMP, then what is the reason of the producing them more? So the IMP, GMP, and AMP inhibits the enzyme phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate aminotransferase. This AMP, IMP, and GMP inhibits this enzyme. This is known as the product inhibition. So another enzyme, another drugs like 6-mercaptopurine, azathioprine also inhibits phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate aminotransferase. This will be discussed later detail in the pharmacological lectures. So now we discussed about the purine metabolism, purine synthesis and purine metabolism. Now we discuss about the purine synthesis. Let's discuss about the pyrimidine synthesis. I have said earlier that the phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate is the key element for both production of the purine and pyrimidine. So now let us discuss about the pyrimidine synthesis. So now CO2 and glutamine combine, and with the help of the carbamyl phosphate synthase 2 enzyme, and with the help of ATP, there is the formation of carbamyl phosphate. So the carbamyl phosphate will be acted by the dihydrourate dehydrogenase enzyme, and there will be formation of the uric acid with the help of the aspartate. In the carbamyl phosphate, there is action of dihydrourate dehydrogenase and aspartate also, and it combines and form the uric acid. And in the uric acid, there is the action of the enzyme UMP synthase, and there is action of phosphoribosal pyrophosphate PRPP. This UMP synthase and PRPP acts on the uric acid to form uridine monophosphate UMP. So now UMP is converted into UDP, and UDP is changed into CTP and DUDP, and DUDP is changed into DUMP. How it is? The UDP is changed into DUDP by the action of ribonucleotide reductase enzyme. Now the UDP is converted into DUDP by the action of ribonucleotide reductase enzyme, and DUDP is changed into DUMP. So now on the substrate DUMP, there is action of the thymidylate synthase, and by the enzyme thymidylate synthase it forms the DTMP. So now we have in the purines we have GMP and AMP, guanosine monophosphate, adenine monophosphate. Now in the pyrimidine we have uridine monophosphate, uridine diphosphate, cytosine triphosphate, dihydrouridine diphosphate, deoxyribonuridine diphosphate, DUMP and DTMP. And now there is another special pathway that is going on during the conversion of the DUMP to DTMP. There is the formation of the dihydrofolic acid and tetrahydrofolic acid. N5 and 10 methylene tetrahydrofolic acid is changed into dihydrofolate, and with the help of the enzyme dihydrofolate reductase it converts into tetrahydrofolate, and tetrahydrofolate is converted into N5 and 10 methylene tetrahydrofolate. And vitamin B12 is the key enzyme here, because N5 and 10 methylene tetrahydrofolate converts to N5 methylene tetrahydrofolate, and with the help of vitamin B12 it can be again changed into tetrahydrofolate. So now there are some inhibitors of the pyrimidine synthesis also. For example, this leflunomide. Leflunomide is a drug that inhibits the dihydrourate dehydrogenase. And this another important thing you should know, the UMP synthase it is impaired in the uric aciduria. So uric aciduria is the very important things you should know for your examination. So there are two uric aciduria, hyperammonemia and megaloblastic anemia. So this uric aciduria we will discuss detail on the subsequent lectures. So now hydroxyurea inhibit ribonucleotide reductase, and another one important drugs like methotrexate, trimethoprim, pyrimethamine inhibits the dihydrofolate reductase. So this is the lecture of purine and pyrimidine synthesis. Thank you. Now in the subsequent lecture we will read about the salvage deficiency, the various metabolic deficiencies that occurs in purine and pyrimidine metabolism. Purine salvage deficiency we will read about adenosine deaminase deficiency. We will read about Leschnian syndrome. We will read about uric aciduria, and we will read about the gout and other different topics in the subsequent lecture. Thank you.